So we have disarmed our front lines, and I forgot to give their weapons to the back line lads. Shit. Well, let's just see if the front line can hold the line long enough to allow the back line to kill these mobs and then move the whole formation forward so that the archers can get in range of the witches. 2 for 0, 2 for 2, 3 for 3 for mind control, 4 for 4. Out of range though. We see if we can just blast through these. Same one as a standard hybrid build, and he misses a 95% throw. Nobel's a thrower. Ah, 85 missed. Indom. Don't need to indom, just wait. Goliath punching a wolf to death. Now that is a manly man. He's so fucking manly, he literally man-fought a dire wolf. Oh, I should have indomed the front line. We're hit by these unhold. 5 for 5. Oh look, they seem to be targeting the bannerman because he's the only one who has a weapon. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We do have a hole here in the formation. I reckon we can work through that. We are 10 for 10 on mind resistances, 11 for 11, 12 for 12. God, I swear, it can be a little oppressive being as intelligent as I am, you know? Galaxy brain. Oh, I should have poisoned first. Does moving forward change the situation at all? Die, you fucking... These frontline lads are such heroes. They're just literally got a shield on them. Fucking die! That's such a funny image. This guy, a hedge knight. Okay, now they're going for the frontline lads, but again, he's just got his bare hands. This is working brilliantly. So far, it's working brilliantly. These things just mustn't do that over the shoulder shit. Let's focus down the grey one first. Oh! Don't punch us. Company commander minutes before being found stuffed head first in the tree. Oh, lol, sub. But that would take some convincing. Like, how do you convince the lads? Okay, boys, we're just going into one of the most deadly battles in the company's history. Hand the weapons over, please. You fucking what? Are we? Yeah, this witch should be in archer range now. And notice that they are only going for the mind control. They're not going for the hex, which is interesting. Why are they not attempting to link the life forces? Need more bleed on this thing. I wonder if it is ranged based, the hex ability. No, okay, he threw it that way, that's fine. Okay, we can't go past this line of shields here. 81%. One down, 3 to go. It's funny because like just the last episode I was whining like a little bitch about how much of a bummer this fight is. And just a little change in tactics and then it goes from too hard to too easy. Like, is that a good or bad sign though, you know? Okay, men, forward. Stay behind the banner boy. Boy! Romulus, chill. Things could get interesting now, because I wonder if we're now close enough for them to use the lifelink. That's a yes. Fuck, so now we got 2 lifelinks to deal with. And now they are mind controlling lads on the back line. I think this time to charge! Except for Nexus the Bannerman, he needs to stay where he is. And cover the largest amount of lads with the resolve buff. I'll be so careful with these archers now. I can hit that one, but I want to hit the one in front. Hide bravely in a bush. Forced. See, this is when I probably should have given the guys on the front line wooden sticks. Oh, fuck off. With the wooden sticks, at least they could have done some stunning, but then if they were using wooden sticks the whole time, they would have been draining the fatigue of the boys. That's straightforward. Should probably drink the other Lionheart potion. Also, can't you resist this lifelink thing? So now, as long as they have lifelink up, I can't touch them. I think a change I do need to make though is that if you're in melee contact with a hexen, it can't cast lifelink. There, you think? Okay, we just gotta wait now. I've got to get an angle on these direwolves right, don't hit any of hexen or my own lads. Shit. We might be in for a spot of decapitation there. Careful. Okay, good. She's fleeing. Okay, awesome. Big. Running away? Do they do that? Okay. See, even though she's fleeing, she's still... Okay, that has to change. When she flees, that should break the hex. Because now when she runs away and gets killed, it'll kill the hex target. There's so many little things in this game that are so fucking dumb. Me off. And they still get to cast 2 spells, so they've been casting both spells for almost 10 turns, and they're only half fatigued. Okay, that one's not protected by a hex. Fucking ghetto. But I'm out of fatigue. Fuck. Okay. 2 down. 2 more to go still. 2 more still to go. And even though it is going well, and it looks like we might get through this without anyone dying, it's still a bummer of a fight. It's a fucking drag. Well, Bannerman's in danger, yeah. Just have to wait until these fucking bitches are no longer hexing someone. All I can do is hope that as I surround them, their morale breaks. At least we can only have 2 people mind controlled per turn. But no, why didn't she... It's hard to know why they do and don't hex. Like, it's not predictable. Like, there she didn't hex. Like, what? Why? Still hexed. That one's not hexed. If it hits this one, then that's damage. I can't have that. That helps the rotation. That's fucking great. Oh! But I actually stopped using hex. Like, I don't understand what the rules are. The rules behind the programming, I mean, as to like, look, mind control, then hex. Is there like a percentage chance that they will or won't try to hex every turn? I don't know. It's inscrutable, is what it is. Right, who's mind controlled? You are? It says 3, so then... Where's... Oh, that one. Right, good. Just wait, she has to stop hexing before I can do anything. There we go. I mean, we beat the witch hut, hooray, but... Ugh. And you get no loot, or you get your loot afterwards. But talk about unsatisfying fight, eh? Like... The last of the witches is slain, and you have their corpses mutilated for good measure. Ears, lips, noses, toes, all of them cut off. Their bags are emptied out and the items crushed into powder and covered in dust. Fleshy bits or animal parts are dumped into a pile and promptly burned. As the fire rises, the hexen from the hut seemingly appears out of nowhere and takes you by the arm. Your men draw their swords. You hold your hand up. You tell them to keep salting the earth, so to speak. And as you enter the hut, you take a look back to see a few of the men pissing on the embers of the fire. Inside the hut, you sit where you had before. On the table, you find something rolled up in a handkerchief. The witch pinches its corner and rolls between her fingers and thumbs. She looks up and tips her chin forward and turns her hand palms up. So I can ask, who are you? How do you know who I am? Who were the ancients? Or what is Dovecool? Now, I don't know if I get to ask all of this or just one question, so I'm going to ask who she is. The witch smiles. An old hag in a forest hut. Everything else is hearsay. You stare at her long enough to see there's little fruit to bear in chasing this question further. How do you know who I am? He stares at the wrapped item. I don't even know your name, sellsword, and I haven't the slightest inclination to begin to care. It is not a matter of who you are, but what you are. She turns her hands as though they were following a tune. The blood of the ancients resides within you. It resides within us all, but you in particular, well... Her nose crinkles as she snorts, and she exhales. She grins madly. It is over. It is ever so there, and if I can smell it, then the whole world can smell it. Who were the ancients? Taps the handkerchief, and whatever is beneath wraps the table, she answers. The ancients were men before our time. Truly. Truly before our time. Imagine a kingdom. Now imagine a kingdom that ruled kingdoms. An empire, that's correct. Now imagine an empire that ruled empires. Unfathomable power such as that leaves the world with great vengeance, and will spend its dying days ruining those which have ruined it. Ask if the empire is dead, the witch smiles. I suspect not, but I do not truly know. What is Dovecool? Shrugging and leaning back, the hexen asks you to repeat the name. Dovecool. She shakes her head. I have heard nothing about this Dovecool. A supposed god, you say? Well, he has not spoken to me. You stare at her and try to pry a hidden truth from her eyes, but she seems earnest in her response, and you change the subject. Were the greenskins human? The hexen cackles. I wish! Have you seen what orcs got between their legs? Wouldn't mind a ride on that if I knew it wouldn't tear me in half and fork one end while wearing the other for a glove. You raise an eyebrow and nod as though to say, of course. Why did you call me the false king? False king. For the first time, there was a crack in the witch's facade. She purses her lips. When did I call you that? You point at the door and then to the table. You answer. I walked in here and you said I'd seek the truth, that you know what the false king dreams of. Hexen taps the handkerchief rather mindlessly. She looks up. Then you have my apologies, sellsword. I remember no such thing. I am but a fragile and old woman, older than I look, and I'm not being cheeky about that. You press her on the matter, but she only stonewalls you further. What is it that I dream of? The hexen leans forward. She puts her hands to your face, and you feel the leathery fingers press deep into your cheeks like a half-dozen walnuts. They rub the corners of your eyes and tap your temples. All the while she is smiling, and then she pulls back. You go to the noblemen and the rich, and they pay you gold, and in return you risk life and limb. You slaughter and murder and kill all that you can. And there you are, day after day, wondering if that's all you're good for. And afterwards the hidden shut the door on you and your deeds. The highborn shut the door on you and your deeds. And you hear them inside, having a grand time, music playing, womenfolk laughing, jesters joking. Festivities are riotous, and you are outside with a bag of gold in hand and its blood-slaked receipt. And you go down to the pub and buy yourself a whore and tip a coin to the minstrel for a song, and you can taste a fine wine in even the cheapest of cellars. But there is no escape from that horrible feeling in the back of your head. That feeling you were born into fever, and all this violence and death is not a means to an end, but the end itself. It is what you are and what you always will be. She pauses, sighs, continues. Sellsword, the power of a lie is only equalled by one's desire to believe it. You live in a powerful lie, and such power will not go easily. I beg of you, be only what you can understand. It was not yourself, or your weaponry, or the presence, or your company whole which brought her fear, but only a dawning of some unknown realization as she squeaks to you now. Who am I? You stand up, yelling at the woman for answers. She slaps you in the face, and you stiffen and falter back a step. A drop of blood slips down your cheek, and you catch it in your cuff. The witch grabs the handkerchief and throws it off, revealing the obsidian blade beneath. It is sharper than you remember, a vivid sliver of yourself running down the edge as though you cracked a door towards a mirror. The hexen sits back down and pushes the weapon across the table. No more questions, Sellsword. There's only so much I know, and so much you need to know. We've made a deal, and this is the end of it. Taking the dagger, you ask what she did to it, but she refuses to answer. You then ask if there are more out there like her. She grins playfully. I pray there are not. You gain an obsidian dagger. We're done then, and I shall take my leave. I will not fight her. You bid the witch adieu, and she says nothing more. Outside, the men ask what she said, while others making reference to sexual escapades. You think you're smirking, but you really don't know. The conversation has left you in a fog, and from within the mist you only depend upon what you know, ordering the company back on the road. Time to go. Let's check out this dagger we got. Obsidian dagger. A hermit witch gave you this stone dagger after tempering it with your blood. Reflections in its glass seem to move on their own, but this is clearly a trick of the eye. Very curiously, however, blood never seems to dry if it rests upon the obsidian. Ooh. Oh, amazing! Damage of 25 to 45, so great damage numbers. 20 and 70% is pretty standard, but resurrects any human killed with it as a Wiederganger fighting for you. Ho ho ho! How cool is that? Who shall wield this obsidian blade? Either Exiled Pariah or Boghos. Who's got the higher accuracy? Boghos. Boghos, use it well. Nice. Well, I'm glad we finally got it done. Say that much. Overall, a bit of a letdown of a fight. Still interesting though, I'll say that much. Is this Nobel? I'll keep leveling Nobel. But who's the lowest level of the archers? Horst, same one. Where's Nobel? There he is. Don't I have another one of those? There we go. Zweihander's helmet. 293 effective hit points. 295, so it's only a marginal improvement. Look, great axe user. What was my setup again? It was Levitsmere on the outside flank. And like that. Like that. And Elster in the middle. Okay, Witch's Hut done. Now it's just Kraken, Barbarian, Sea of Tents, and Black Monolith left to do. Hectic. The raising of zombies back from the dead could be quite fun. I wonder if you're going to be able to control it. That's one thing I'm not sure of. I suppose all will be made clear in due course. Oh, congratulations, Damage Inc. Yet another late game crisis checked off the list. So looking at that dagger, it almost makes me wish I had a dedicated dagger specialist. And I can tell you, in my next company, I will certainly have a dedicated dagger specialist. Buckman, the veteran, Edelbert, Eugen. Remember, we're still looking for a heavy armor wearing polearm lad. I mean, brute and 2 stars in melee is nice, but I need fatigue and melee defense. And we got 2 witches hair, which is nice for crafting items. I suppose there's no reason we can't just go hand in these skins and trigger the fight for the Kraken. I've got no idea how to fight the Kraken. Just have to learn, I suppose. Where are those tumbled stones? I remember seeing them in a swamp here somewhere. Perhaps we should first, before doing tumbled stones, go hunt down some ancient dead so we can get war scythes. I could have sworn it was here. There's the Black Monolith. See the stones. Ah, there they are. I think the boys have earned a drink. There's a tavern. Kennel. Civilization is no place for a wild man like Elster, and he quickly approves it. Apparently, the damned man went crazy while in his shop and trashed the whole place. We will cover the damages. Sorry. Charity through destruction. Go and see the shop. The wild man truly did a number on the place, and it reeks of his scent. It would be bad luck for the company to not handle the issue with great care. You agree to pay for the damages, something most mercenary bands would not have done. Act of kindness doesn't slip the townspeople by. And you can manage to retreat. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Worth bearing in mind. But I mean, getting in and out alive is going to be super hard. I think though that we have a group of lads who are. It's I think the kind of thing that's going to be good for us. We have a decent setup. We have a lot of AoE with all the two-handed weapons. Ben Bockhorn. Let's stock up on dogs. We're going to need dogs. I think for the Kraken we'll need a lot of dogs as well. Let's chase down these Alps. Just because Alp gives such good crafting materials and they're very easy to fight. You motherfuckers, they just disappear in a thin air. That's annoying. Right, who needs a dog? Don't think I want to go into the Kraken fight with my archers. I can't imagine that'll go well. Nope. Ranged, nope. 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 Ooh, almost. Oh, for goodness sake, where did I see? Oh, there it is. Okay. More goblins. Blech. What's in there? Ancient Dead, I hope. Shit ton of Ancient Legionary, a few Honor Guards. I want one that's got more Honor Guards. Y'all got any more of them? War Scythes? Let's see. It's 31 minutes. I just want to see what she says here. I've never actually started this mission before. The woman rummages through her rucksack and produces a signet unlike any you've seen before. She slips it to you as though you were a shite counterfeit coin. Get plenty more where that came from. Well, not here exactly. Wouldn't want you to get any ideas about robbing and ravaging. You know? But you do what I ask and I'll dump a chest of those on you. You pocket the signet and ask her what's needed, she answers. What I'm not entirely yet sure of. That I'm not entirely yet sure of. Sailors talk of the Krakens as being natural enemies to whales. But, well, there are no whales around these parts, given we're on land and all, but there is something close. An unhold of the bog. I suspect the Krakens, through aeons of time, moved inland and fed upon what they could, and, like when they were in the seas, found an enemy here just as well. Bring me 4 unhold hides, and I'll be able to lure the beast out of its slumber yet. Out of its slumber? Where the hell would it even be sleeping? You shrug and figure if she's willing to rid herself of such magnificent jewelry, then you'd be more than happy to oblige her. So we are 1 hide too short. Typical. So, Big Lima, I get that that's a tactic, but it's not really one I want to use. Like, I will give it a try, the Black Monolith that is, with the setup that I have, and then if I have to, I'll resort to those kind of tactics. So I'm going to bring down that Plume Transgressor. Good, nice shot. Okay, so let's just keep running around, see if we can't find more Honor Guards. This fight's more to my liking. Only 1 priest. And some Ancient Honor Guards. The priest, I might just throw some holy water at it. And let's hope these Honor Gods have a couple of war scythes on them. No. It's 3. There should be 1 more Honor God. Hopefully it's got a war scythe. What did he do? He puked on us. That's fine. Ah, good. There's one. Okay. I think I might actually want to disarm that lad. Just so he doesn't damage his war side. And I have the best chance of getting it. Kind of a waste that. Okay. to be there to split. See, so Levitsmere is going to go there, which puts Boghost there in the middle, which puts Exalt Pariah here. Actually, he might have Elstia run around the flank or down here. He'll do more. These Warhammer lads almost one shot these dudes if they can hit. And then these lads here, their job is just going to be hold the line and use Indom. Damn it. Now the shields go up on the front line, which makes that harder to deal with, but the flanks here should fall pretty quick. Get around them. It's in 1 turn. Disarm him. Pikes hurt quite a lot. Dodging, boys! No! Try to sneak around with Banana Fint? I don't think so. Cheeky fucker. Dodging, boys. So there's 27% chance of a legendary here. So hopefully it's a shield so we can complete our ambition. Boghost has got problems. You rotate him out. Ah! No, I didn't give Boghost a shield, which is no good. I think I'm better off rotating with Levitsmere though. This fart cloud I think lasts 2 turns and this is the 2nd turn. So I'm playing on expert combat and then the middle difficulty for economic. Like I said before, I just find the economic difficulty to just be a straight up bummer. It's not fun. What's my plan to get Boghost out of there? I mean, no, it's just fun that the increased economic difficulty, it just makes everything more difficult. It just squeezes the margins. Tools are more expensive, you get less money, it just takes longer to achieve your goals. It takes longer to buy stuff. Just, no thanks. 2 79% hits or 1 90% hits. Let's burst this guy down. I want that weapon. Hey man. Yeah, I need to get Boghurst out of there. One of these two's gonna have to dodge away and rotate. Yep. What is that? Struck down or killed? Killed. God damn it! I gotta start again. Anyway, YouTube folks, what? That's 40 minutes. We'll take a little break there. We'll try that fight again.